Inshallah and Ashe. Just checking out on the phone to see if I'm showing myself live because we know how fun that is. And what's happening here? Oh, goody. I am there. Okay, let me turn that down. Plug her in over here. See what's happening as we are live. But welcome to another magical, fantastic Friday. If you don't know me, my name is Tonya D. I'm a practicing holistic elemental Sha medium, lunar guide, and human mirror. I play in the elementals. I'm here to reflect the cosmic currents, the insights just moving through and around each and every one of us. I guide you to move with energy and timing so your manifestations actually land in reality. And today we're going to explore the elemental forecast for the Aries New Moon, some moon medicine plus ritual alignment, and how to actually work with this energy, not against it. So let's make this a little more personal for a moment, shall we? Take a breath. Whew. So right now the moon is in Capricorn and we are moving towards this Aries new moon. Capricorn moon plus Aries, there's this dynamic with the sun. And of course, Tiger just wants to join the show today. But Capricorn is asking, and I'll change up my little scenery here on this fantastic Friday. Kind of sad we're going to lose this little Aries emblem, but here we go. Maybe, maybe not. Thank you for that. There we are. So Capricorn again, if your moon is in Capricorn, or for all of us really, it's asking us what is real, what is sustainable, and what can actually hold what we've been building. So Aries is saying or asking us to initiate, to move, to start, to actually go now. So together, this combination could feel like a push and also a pause at the same time. There's like this push and a pull. And if your natal moon is in Capricorn, because that's really what this is all about. And let me hang on 1 second and hit a little decline here. Somebody's trying to bug my phone here. I don't know how to turn that off, but either way, if your natal moon is in Capricorn, this energy may actually feel very personal. So what does that feel like? There could be some emotional responsibility. This is your emotional foundation. That is what the moon is. There could be, or have a sensation of feeling some pressure to get it right, a desire for structure, not wanting to move prematurely. And as a reflector, I really watch people's moon signs. I actually let them know that the moon is actually in their season. And for example, my friend Donna has an Aries moon. And we were out and I said, Donna, the moon is in Aries. So make sure you feel before you act. Because Aries moons tend to act and then or respond and feel later. So that's just something I'm aware of. So you may feel like you want to move forward, but something inside of you is just saying, not until I know this is solid. What does that look like? So that's actually your wisdom. If you have a Capricorn moon, they just don't start things. They actually build things that really last. So this invitation for you is like, don't rush the beginning, but also don't block the movement either. It's kind of a quagmire. So let your next step be both intentional, but also courageous. And if we have any Capricorn moons here, tell me if this is landing for you. Comment in the show there. And if you're curious how this Aries new moon is going to impact your personal moon sign, I've broken down each moon sign over on YouTube, so you can tune in there. You can find your moon sign forecast, so you can really just understand how this energy is actually moving through you. And for myself, I feel that your moon sign is where you feel this energy, not just where you think about it. That would be your Mercury. So I always find when it comes to manifestation, knowing where Jupiter is, what you believe, and your thoughts, Mercury, along with your moon, your emotions. If you listen to Joe Dispenza, he's always talking about those three, plus other magical beings. And our sun is where we identify, like where we identify this magic and this medicine. So, this is your natal moon forecast if your natal moon is in Capricorn. And when I return, we're going to be talking about the Aries new moon and the elementals, the breakdown of the elementals. And of course, there's a ritual, as my little guy here's drooling on me. Anybody else have any drooling cats? Just asking. Tiger's over here drooling. I guess that just means he loves me more. But either way, here's the natal moon forecast for the Capricorn natal moons during Aries season. As the sun enters Aries, the zodiac begins anew. Fire returns to the sky, awakening courage, instinct, and the will to begin. Aries season is the spark of life itself, the moment where ideas turn into action and identity starts to take shape. This season reminds us that movement creates momentum, courage creates clarity, and sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply start. So let's explore how this Aries fire season moves through your natal moon sign and what medicine it brings to your emotional world. Aries season moon medicine. If your natal moon is in Capricorn, ambition ignited. Aries season lights a fire under Capricorn moon. So if your natal moon is in Capricorn, your emotional world is steady, responsible, orientated towards long-term achievements. You tend to move carefully, building stability step by step. Aries season brings something different. It introduces urgency. Instead of slowly climbing the mountain, this season asks you to move with courage and decisive momentum. The fire of Aries does not erase your discipline, it energizes it. So during Aries season, your moon may feel motivated to take charge, emotionally determined, impatient with delays or inefficiency, protective of personal authority, energized to pursue goals, even aware of responsibilities that require leadership. So you may feel an inner push to act more quickly than usual because Aries brings the spark, the ignition, and Capricorn provides the structure to make that spark sustainable. Then midway through the season, the Libra full moon illuminates the balance between public life and private life. For Capricorn moons, this may highlight career versus home priorities, professional responsibilities versus emotional needs, leadership roles and their impact on relationships, even the need for harmony within authority. So this full moon invites you to ask, are the structures I'm building aligned with the life I actually want to live? Then as Aries season closes, the new moon, 27 degrees, activates a reset in your foundations. And for Capricorn moons, this may bring attention to home and family structures, emotional security, living environments, redefining what success means internally, that inside voice. Sometimes true authority begins with strength at the roots. And your medicine for Aries season is strategic courage. That means act when opportunity appears, lead with confidence and clarity, and allow passion to fuel your ambitions. Protect your energy from unnecessary burdens. Remember that authority comes from alignment, not control. Capricorn builds the mountain, and Aries provides the fire to climb it faster. And your moon mantra, my ambition moves forward with courage and purpose. What your purpose to do? If you feel driven to take initiative and move towards your goals, Aries season is simply reminding you and your moon that leadership sometimes begins with a bold step first, in this case, a leap over the sun, and you are more than ready than you think. Aries season reminds us that every beginning starts with courage. Over these weeks, the fire has asked us to move forward, trust our instincts, and step into a more authentic version of ourselves. The spark has been lit. What you initiated during this season now begins to take form,
as we move into the next chapter of the zodiac.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so grateful that you are here, heartfelt. So, this week we're stepping into the energy of the Aries New Moon to prepare each and every one of you. But instead of only looking at through Western astrology, I prefer to explore it through the elementals because I predominantly prescribe rituals as medicine for the forces of adversity, whether that's health, wealth, or relationships. Usually, the keys to these rituals are in the elemental foundation. So I like tuning into the elementals also because the chart tells us a very powerful story. So this is the elemental chart for this new moon. And what is it saying? What is it reading? What is it invoking? We have a Yin Metal Daymaster sitting on the rooster, Yin Metal. Yang Water Dragon month. I spoke to that last week. That's the energy of the entire month. I even spoke to your Daymaster if you happen to know that. And we also have, of course, the Yang Fire Horse of a Year. But we also have Yin Metal Rabbit Hour. And so, the rabbit and the rooster are actually in conflict, which I will speak to shortly. But the rabbit and the dragon are also the eastern direction. Uh, and then I'm looking at this again. The horse, the rooster, and the rabbit are all cardinal signs. And Tiger will be joining the show. If you're new here, he is my cat and he plays fetch. Either way, he really wants to get on the shelves. He's doing a little downward dog or a little stretch here, but either way, let's continue. So, this is not a simple chart. This is a chart about clarity, movement, decisive beginnings. So, we want to speak to the Yin Metal Daymaster. That is the core energy of this influence. There you go. See, Tiger, I should actually lower the camera. But either way, I always like to start with the Daymaster because that literally is the heart, it's the core of the chart. And Yin Metal, that represents refined truth, precision, discernment. It's the ability to cut through what is not aligned. And it's sitting on top of the rooster, which is also Yin Metal. So this strengthens this energy. This is pure clarity energy. It's refined. So this is the kind of energy where things become very clear very quickly. So you kind of want to sit with that. So have you had any moments recently where something just clicked instantaneously, like you couldn't unsee it? It's those kinds of moments. And they're happening for us. And then we want to look at the month, which is the Yang Water Dragon. That represents the undercurrent. So what do we do here? That's the layer that we're upon or sitting upon in the Yang Water Dragon month. We got to work with that. So the water is flow, it's truth, it's emotional depth, but it's also currency, streams. Water in a divination is in our bodies as well. The galaxy, we are made more of water. So that's a very predominant influence. And the dragon, that's the hidden potential. It's also transformation. It's becoming. So, what does this speak to? What is this telling us? This is telling us that something is still forming beneath the surface, and clarity, the metal, is emerging, but not everything is fully visible yet. So, you kind of want to sit with that. So, this is insight that's still unfolding for us. I'm preparing you basically. So you want to ask yourself, does it feel like something is shifting for you, but you can't really fully name it yet? It's like you can taste it, but it's like not quite there. It's not popping. And then we want to bring in the year of the fire horse. This is initiation. This is a very activator. It's an activating energy. Because when we add the fire horse year to this entire story, is what I want to say. Fire is the action, it's visibility, it's expression, but it's also our connection to divine timing and spirit. And we're also in period 9, so fire is very affluent, is what I want to say. But the horse is an element, also being fire. Yin fire, that's the inner candle we all carry. That equals or kind of Yeah, no, it equals. I'm going with equals. That's momentum, movement, courage. So this changes everything because anything fire touches, it actually illuminates more. Because now, metal, the swords, is clarity. All that yin metal is clarity. Things are becoming clear. The water, that's insight, intuition. And fire is the action. So this isn't just about seeing the truth, it's about doing something with it, not just harboring it inside of our souls. So, what feels ready to move in your life right now, and kind of sit with that? And then we want to look at the hour. The hour actually has tension because the rabbit and the rooster are in clash. They do not get along. And again, we've got this cardinal energy. We're just missing the rat. So I'm going to say at the hour of the rat, or no, that's not going to happen. Never mind. Cancel that. So back to the show here. So the most interesting part, the yin metal rabbit hour, the rabbit represents harmony, relationships, emotional sensitivity, but metal controls wood. So here we get truth, metal versus harmony, kindness in the rabbit. So honesty versus keeping the peace. It's those two frequencies. So this is where the tension lives. It's the emotional foundation and our inner world. So it's like, am I choosing peace or am I choosing truth? Can I choose both? So have you been feeling that tension lately between what feels comfortable and what feels true? It's kind of those oppositions. So the big message of this new moon, when we bring it all together, the yin metal is clarity, and the water dragon is becoming or moving into the becoming. And then the fire horse, that's the action. And the rabbit is the relationships plus the harmony. So this new moon is asking all of us, what truth are you ready to act upon? And then we want to bring it back to this Aries energy because it does align perfectly with the Aries energy. And Aries asks us to start, to move, to choose, to act, to really identify. And it's like our character behavior. But this elemental and this nuance of frequency, it's asking us to act, but also from clarity, and to move, but from alignment. So as I reflect, so if someone, I want to say, has become, or someone, a person, I guess, a relationship, money, wealth, relationships, if something has become clear for you, this is not the moment to ignore that. This is the moment to really honor it and really sit with it. So I'd love to hear from each and every one of you, like what truth is becoming clear for you in the moment right now, in this present moment. And pause if you feel like commenting. That's great. If not, no worries. But if you are feeling this energy, if something is shifting for you, if you feel the pull, you're actually already a part of it. And just know the coven is open when you are ready to really step in. That's kind of my grimoire. Actually, it is my grimoire. So, really taking a breath and let what came through today come in. Just honor what you already know now in this moment. So, we've just walked through this entire chart. We've got metal for clarity, water for transformation, fire for activation, and then we've got this tension between the rabbit and the rooster, which brings truth and harmony. But here's the thing. Understanding the energy is one thing, but learning how to work with it, that is something completely different. So this Aries new moon is not passive energy. It's asking you to move, to choose, to initiate, but from truth, from your own inner authenticity. And inside the coven, we're doing something deeper with this. We're going to be working with an elemental ritual for this new moon, amongst other rituals, to really anchor the clarity, to move with this energy and consciously align with what you are literally calling in, heartfelt. It has to be heart derivative. So this is where manifestation becomes embodied in the physical matter, literally matter, because it's not just about setting an intention. It's about aligning your energy, choosing from truth, and actually opening the space for something new to land. We've got to clear out the closet, literally. And that's the work we do inside the coven, for those of you that are there. So if you're filling the poll, you literally are already a part of it, just so you know. So we're not just talking about this new moon. Inside the coven, we're actually working with an elemental ritual to actually move with this energy, because this is where manifestation becomes real. And just know that clarity opens the door, but ritual is how we walk through it. Ritual is magic and it is medicine. So when I return, if you're new here, we're going to be calling in the ancestors to reveal some insight from spirit space while I move the cowrie shells and hopefully, possibly, bump off little Tiger. But upcoming next week, I'm going to be revisiting a gift and purpose. I haven't decided if I want to do it live or just in the private coven. So again, comment below if that sparked your curiosity, because everybody has truly, authentically a gift and a purpose. And when you're in divine alignment, life kind of flows, but we still get energetic hiccups, because those are the tests. Those are the triggers. So if something's triggering you, just know you're probably on the right path. The universe is sending you those signals. So yes, here is the gift and purpose. And when I return, cowrie shell divinations, I'll speak to that shortly. That always reminds me of The Who. Does anybody know The Who, the Mongolian rock band? I was blessed to go to Mongolia in 2018, and The Who, that's when I started journeying with The Who. But either way, welcome back. And if you're new here, comment your birth month and your year so we can ask the shells here, the spirit world, for some divine inspiration. And yeah, Tiger, I might have to bump him off the cast here. So, cowrie shell divination, if you don't know, it's the art of divination brought to the West by Elder Malidoma Somé. So, earlier we talked about the energy, the clarity, the movement, what's unfolding. But now, we're going to actually listen. We want to tune into the world of spirit. So, this is where we open the space for divination. I do this at the end of my show every Friday. Not from the mind, but from something deeper, spirit to matter. So it's good to take a breath, take a deep inhale with me. And what we want to do is we just want to arrive into this moment for divine clarity in Spirit Nation. And I really like to open the space with the intention that the messages that come through are exactly what is needed for those that are here now, but also those who find this replay later as well. So if you feel called, go ahead and place a hand on your heart, one or two or both. I like doing both. I really like to invoke during divination. So before I cast the shells, I always call in my spirit, your spirit, the helping spirits, well and healed ancestors, the beings in the seen and the unseen. Then I move the shells on your behalf. All you have to do is comment your year of birth and month, and then I move the shells, and then I like to see what wants to come forward. And just know, maybe stay tuned, because if somebody shares their year and month of birth, something probably, possibly, more than likely, will come through for you as well. So, again, I'm live every Friday, and this is kind of the end of my show, bringing in spirit medicine. So, you can either set an intention or just simply stay open to what comes through for you. But I do, I am going to sit in reverie. So, just allowing and letting there be silence, the silent lucidity, which is very powerful, the sound of silence. So, what's coming through? Does anybody have anything coming through? Curiosity? So, there's a strong message, of course, around clarity and something that can no longer be ignored. A shift that's already in motion, it's already in play. So, this actually feels connected to what we spoke about or spoke to earlier today. So, this is not new energy. This is actually confirmation, clarity. So, for many of you, this may relate to a decision, a relationship, a direction, possibly you've been questioning, sensing. So, the guidance here is not to just see it, it's actually to honor it and sense it. So, you want to ask yourself, what's one small step, one honest choice? All that is, that literally is enough. It's like the grain or the piece of sand. That's enough to begin. Definitely, for sure. So taking a breath, an inhale and an exhale, and just let that land in your body, feeling and sensing. So, if you want me to move the shells on your behalf, all you have to do is comment the year you're born and the month you're born, and then I'll tune into the shells and move and speak to what comes through, what I see. And just know, whatever resonated, whatever stays with you, whether you're here on the live or you watch later, that's something that Spirit sent you the message. I'm not for everybody. I am more for those who are chosen, spiritual entrepreneurs, reflectors, people that are basically, you don't feel like you belong in this space because you're the black sheep. That literally is who my audience generally is. People who are ready to take the leap, which is very true. Either way, I'd love to hear from you, like what came up for you, speaking to you. Did something click or did something feel like a confirmation? Which is great, right? And if you, of course, want more, you just want to drop a question there, and then I can move the shells on your behalf, like whatever's speaking to you or on the tip of your tongue. That's usually what happens. Something is there. But after divination, I just want you to know that this is the kind of work we go deeper inside the coven, which is my online. Yeah, it's a coven. I love the word coven. I think coven is also a worldly community. But it's not just receiving messages, but learning how to actually work with them in the subtle energetic field. Definitely. So if you feel that pull and you're ready to really be a part of it, feeling into the water dragon month, there's a lot of shifts happening below the surface. They're not visible yet, but they're percolating. But just know something is moving. Often we can't fully see it, but you possibly are feeling it, because yang water is the ocean. It's like the riptide. It's the flow of truth. And then we're in a dragon month, which is the container, the transformation, the hidden potentials. And then bring in the fire horse, which is activation, movement, visibility, freedom. So water moves to the inside and the dragon is holding it and the fire is expressing it. And then this yin metal, we're going to get clarity around it. So all this insight is building for this entire month. But when we have this new moon, it's preparing us to move, especially in and or if we are out of alignment. So life can actually feel very heavy, disconnected, discombobbled. So we need clarity and focus. So sometimes you're searching for an answer, but maybe you're not quite finding the answer. It's not resonating. So there is that. So moving through these cycles, these elemental cycles, and when we start listening to our own rhythm, something shifts, something changes. Things begin to make sense, decisions, indecisions even, they feel clearer and our energy body feels more supported. So this is our ability to trust who we are and trust ourselves again. Well, hello, Jewel Brown. I love that you commented. Do you want me to move the shells on your behalf? I just need the month and the year. Are you an April Aries or a March Aries? Either one. So just the reason I ask is because a March Aries, of course, has a different elemental foundation than an April Aries. So I like looking into the elementals because that is actually your foundational energy. And of course, the day pillar brings in a whole nother influence. In my private sessions, I dive deeper into that and give you a personal prescribed ritual for your elemental foundation for where you're at right now, possibly going back into your childhood, because that's kind of our foundation of where all our shift show kind of starts. So there is that. So April 16th, what year? I like to look at the year because the years carry a different influence as well when it comes to the elementals. You can just do the last number if you don't want the full number. No big deal. We'll sit with that. And you're an N degree Aries, so paying attention to your emotional field before you initiate the change and the transformation is actually huge for you. But as soon as you comment the year, Jewel, I will move Tiger and I'll move the shells on your behalf. Your life's a mess right now. I love that. That just means you're in an energy of change. Oh, good gods, girl. You are born in this years ending in 3s and 8s are years of, you're an agent of change, transformation and change. You are part of nature. Nature is never at a standstill. So those are like witches and wizards. In my private sessions, I give a full documentary is kind of what I sense around your elemental foundation. I look at it very differently. That's just my wizard trick myself as a priestess. So let's move the shells on your behalf. Do you have something specific you're inquiring about, or is there something you just want a taste of? Is it health, wealth, or relationships? That's usually where it happens for us. Sometimes it's all of it. Not going to lie about that. So one energy field feeds another for sure. But I'll move Tiger here and I'll call in your spirit team. So let's see. I'll just wait a second and see if, but you know what? You've got a new moon. We can initiate that new moon for great change. For sure. That's what I'm doing. It's literally an identity shift. If you want to shift anything, this new moon is going to be the moon that shifts that. So there is that. All right. So if there's not a specific wealth, okay. So let me get rid of Tiger here. He's kind of in the way. We'll just move him over. Have you ever had a cowrie shell divination? Oh, look at that. My screen just went fuzzy. Gotta love that. Bing, bing, bing. Well, it is what it is. That's always fun. I wonder if I can change that. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go back. See if it clears up. Nope, it didn't. Well, that's a bummer. Either way, I can read the shells. It doesn't matter. It's kind of bummer for you because it's clear. So that tells me something's kind of foggy. But either way, I'm going to affirm your spirit, Jewel. Oh my God. Jewel, we gotta talk, honey. I've been doing hair for 40 freaking years. I'm with you. You need to message me separate so we can just have girl chat. But either way, let's move the shells and dive into it. I'll affirm your spirit for the magical being you are, Jewel. I'll affirm my spirit. I'm going to affirm our spirit team, the gatekeepers, our guides, our guardians, the Wedamaze, and this place, Tiger. The Great Spirit, the oneness, that I may be a conduit to deliver the message you need to receive today and get you out of your own magical way. And Tiger, too. He just wants to be a part of it. Here, come here, my little friend. Tiger plays fetch. Okay, gotta take a breath and a pause, and here we go. There you go, my friend. All right. You literally, man, you are in a place of like, we got to get you into your inner peace. Like, what activates your heart? This right here tells me what brings you inner peace. We got to get you heart aligned. Right now, you literally are like, where do I belong in the world? And those inner mindful conversations, your ancestors are actually shifting you. Your near ancestors, there's two different kinds, right? There's those that are like our grandparents, but there's also those that are in our lineage. So this is closer ancestors, where this is like lineage, 7 generations back ancestors. So there's different frequencies. But I do want to say that your ancestors are seeing, your close ones, your own gift, your own purpose, your personal medicine, your own light, your own brilliance. I always like to say we're all spirits on a spiritual walk of fame. We're all celebrities in the spirit world. We literally are. This is happening for you to literally have a wake-up call of your own personal medicine. You do need boundaries, energetic boundaries. Something's blocking you from your own spirit to spirit transmission. You are protected, so I'm actually not worried about it. But there's a message here that you need to be in holy communion with the spirit world and listen to those subtle energetic messages. They're going to help you get clarity around this change that you're on top of. And also, it's almost as if, and it really is, you're getting organized from not in this world. This organization is happening for you, not in this world. It literally is in probably the 4D, the 5D. It's in another dimension. So I would imagine, get in your imagination and visualize what you want your story to be, like this new chapter of your life. But you're also in this place of surrendering to how you communicate and what that looks like. So definitely, I'm not seeing anything like, I just think you're in a space of like moving into a place you haven't been to yet. I would definitely like create sacred space. I would visualize, I would meditate. I would sit, in your case, by a tree next to a river, a moving river, and just ask your heart, like, does this feel right for me? What does my heart have to say about it? And also, just side note, communication on how you communicate to the public, is going to go through radical transformation, something that people didn't see coming. I think you're literally I feel like you're going to be climbing into your skin because you're literally an agent of change who is actually in a place of surrendering on the communication, which is like listening to your intuitive gifts to bring that into the physical world. But you're kind of blocking this change between being your own boss, your own CEO. Where do I belong in this world? How do I communicate? Where do I fit in? But your ancestors already know the change is happening for you. And this transformation is literally happening in the spirit world. So I think it's going to be magical. But again, message me because that is literally hilarious. I love that. You're a hairdresser. You need stability. No, I'm not even kidding. So yeah, your emotional foundation needs grounding. I literally would go sit by a river. This would be a ritual. Sit by the river and get into the flow and the currency of the currents until you literally feel the spirit of water like pouring through you and loving you as if it was creator
herself, like the goddess, the high priestess that you are, moving through you. I'm not even kidding. So I think that's like, but this communication is going to be, it's going to open up a doorway to something unexpected, something that you didn't see coming. I would literally, the Aries new moon, you're an Aries, that's how you identify, but I would utilize this new moon. A lot of it depends on your moon sign, by the way. I just want to say that out loud. Moon phases actually are very important as well. Yeah, no, this is for Jewel. If you want me to read the shells for you, all you have to do is comment your year and birth month. And I dive in deeper in my private sessions, but yeah, definitely I want you to go to the water, sit next to a tree. You could, I mean, you might see a otherworldly being, a wedame. Wedames are, they're basically our spirit soulmates is kind of how I see them. They're spirit mates. My Wedame is Sir Didymus. Sir Diddy is a part of me, is like my daemon. Part of me left when he left, and vice versa. But I'm always connected, so I love that for you. Okay, thanks, Jewel. Message me though; I can help you with that. Getting you on your place. Okay, Marlo, go ahead and comment your year and month of birth, and I'll move the shells on your behalf. We'll take sacred space and wait for Marlo. Marlo, let's see. Ooh, 344. So that's 444 somewhere. '69, Ontario. Well, hello there. So years ending in 9. You're part of the mineral clan, the metal clan. This new moon is actually going to hit you because there's a lot of metal and in it and minerals. So go back, I guess, after my live ends and rewatch the show. That's where that's going to come in. Very intuitive. And August, so that tells me you're in the Leo or Virgo energy. But the month frequency is actually the month frequency. We move from the goat and then we go into the monkey, or no, the monkey. It's a monkey haven. So that's kind of a fidgety energy. It's also metal. It's also the fall. But this is big metal. So it's about being clear about something. So I like that. Okay, so there's nothing intuitively that you want me to dive into, or you just want me to move the shelves, which is fine. Sometimes whatever comes in is something somebody needs to hear as well. So I'll wait a second, see if you want me to move them for anything in particular or just because I can. Either way, just saying. Voila. So, an agent of change. Yep, transformation. I love that. And fire alchemizes, just saying. This is what happens. I start tuning in, and I literally become a conduit. How'd this happen for me? Well, it just did. Okay, Marlo, I'm just going to tune in. Whatever you have, just because I can. Exactly. So if you don't know, I was blessed by death when I was 7. I was in a coma and I came back wired a little differently. And I've always been intuitively gifted to sense energy, see energy, feel sense, all things. So all I have to do is really tune into your subtle energy, your frequency, including your name sometimes a picture. So Marlo, I'll affirm your spirit for the magical being you are and always have been. I'll affirm my spirit, my gatekeepers, my guides, my guardians, my well and healed ancestors, and yours as well, that I may be a conduit to deliver the message I need to receive today to get you on your magical way. And with that, I say Ashe. So Marlo, you two are kind of surrendering. You're trying to get into the flow of the change. It's a confirmation of that change. But you being part of the mineral clan, that's all about community, conversation. Right now, you are like healing like your own spiritual word, like how you talk to yourself. I would literally start invoking and speaking um, clarity around like your words. Like the mind is a tool, it holds everything we've ever experienced, but you need to start communicating with clarity and transformation. Literally, this whole cluster here, like you're blocking your own gift order to bring it into this world so your light shines. And you shine literally brilliantly in the world of our ancestors, the other world, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. But you've got this cluster fuck. Yeah, I said fuck happening right here. It's like you're in your own way of your own healing. So I literally would start working with words that are more affluent to your purpose and your gift, which is actually using your voice, bringing your medicine from the world of spirit into this world. I would also be more heartfelt devoted. Your ancestors are saying how you devote to your own heart. You need to work on that and change. Like, it's that oxygen mask in the airplane. Put that mask on you first. So then you can go out into the world. And this is actually helping you get clear around your own personal medicine. Like something's blocking you from utilizing your gift and your purpose. It's probably in your family lineage. That's why they're sitting here helping you to devote to yourself first, whatever that is. Just know your line, your ancestral line, your well and healed ancestors see you as being your own boss, but it's time that you literally started seeing you as the boss of you. You also were protected by a spirit or beings from the other world. In this case, they're called genies. I would actually probably leave an offering, usually at your front door, for the genies to help you move through this because you're protected. They're sitting there, which reminds me to bring in the other little spirit beings. So, yeah, which literally they're organizing you as well. They want you to bring more laughter, joy, poetry, giggles, like joy molecules, literally bubbling, percolating, bringing into the physical world. You're also in a place of change. I would probably tell you, if a physical divination, as far as a ritual, I would probably go to the top of a mountain if you can, because how you identify with yourself is actually going through a cleanse. And that's that cleansing moment, that reconciliation. Like literally, I would probably say that I forgive whatever it is, and whatever that is you're forgiving with yourself or the other, I would then send love to the issue, whatever that is. So, for example, like for myself, I just say I take full responsibility for whatever that is, and whatever that is, I'm sending love to that moment. That's a great ritual. It's really simple. And it's very healing at the same time. But I would definitely go to the top of the mountain if you can and literally leave an offering uh, at the mountaintop by an old tree, a wise tree, an old wise tree. That's why that's coming in. And your people, your village is changing. It's going through a cleanse. So that just tells me some people are going to be leaving you. So it opens more doorways for other people to come to you. That's how the universe works. We always have to go through a releasing in order for doors to open for us. And when you do that, it's actually going to give you access to new opportunities that literally are in divine alignment to bring you inner peace. And a little cool, look at that. You got a fun little angel here and a fairy. Those are my other fairies. Yeah, some of these stones have different meanings, but these are like stone fairies, trolls basically. But there's also an angel there. So I like that as well. Hopefully that was helpful. That was kind of a lot. What's a good offering to leave? Um, it depends if you want to activate something. I always like coffee, but I also like spirits, as in alcohol. Alcohol is actually a spirit. That's why they're called spirits. I would offer something to the base of an old wise tree, maybe a gratitude blessing. Sometimes I like to create shapes of some sort. That helps a lot. But also, like, if you want more sweetness in your life, I'd leave honey. I like, uh, I like the little bee honey. Oh gosh, what are they called? They're little. It's like honey, but it's in the little pellet form. I love that because other little spirit animals, beings, can come get that and take it to their little homes, maybe like ants or whatever. I like that. I like sesame seeds. I like rice. There's so many things. Depending on the season, I'm going with rice because you're born in August, and that's when rice kind of is the harvest, where the summer is corn. So uh, that's kind of what I feel for you as well. So yeah, sometimes I offer milk, which I prefer goat's milk because it hasn't been processed like all the other things. So the mere pure and in its pure form, I like that the best. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. You're so welcome, Marlo. Uh, so yeah, there. Is anybody else on the live here that wants me to do the shells? For sure. Okay. And we still got this dressing of the salad. So that tells me things are going to be falling apart so things can fall together. So whatever leaves, just know it's meant to be, and spirit's got your back. When I say spirit, it's like the universe, source, God, whatever it is. It could be a deity, an angel. We always have that. It's just we forgot how to tune in. Ah, you have a block. Yeah, you do. So this tells me meditation will help you. I do have a link in my bio. My friend Kenny actually helps people remove their blocks. So you can get on your own pathway. Just tell him I sent you. But the link is there. It's like, it's a tank of gas. But I'm telling you, it's magical. It will change your life, definitely. 100%. So yeah, you got to call in your spirit team, just like I did. Do like a spirit to spirit confirmation. I always say I affirm my spirit for the magical being I am. I love that. I affirm the spirit of my gatekeepers, my guides, my ancestors, well and healed, and of course the great spirit. And then I just let spirit take over my day. I do this every Friday. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Ashe, and blessings as always. Okay, so for today, we'll call that a wrap. In the coven, you'll see the elemental ritual for this new moon. I went a little extravagant because there's like 3 rituals. If you're in there, just do the one that speaks to you. You can do them all. I know I get a little overexcited. Sometimes it's just about the messages that come in, whether it's through the moon, the elementals, or whatever season we're in. So definitely, thanks for being here, and hopefully I'll see you next Friday for my live show. Ashe and blessings. And you're so welcome. Thanks for being here. Thank you.